On this bright day, we gather to be strong. On this bright day, we fill the hills with song.
Several thousand Americans gathered together in Washington, D.C. recently for a milestone summit.
How many self-advocates do we have here?
Joined from every state and all walks of life.
Where are you from?
They were Americans with disabilities,
Wyoming.
their families,
Where are you from?
and the people who work alongside them.
Where? Utah.
The goal of this summit was to ignite the issue of how to improve the lives of people with developmental disability in our community.
The theme is Many Voices, One Vision. And we have many voices, and I hope through the voting and other ways we're going to hear those voices.
You know, we have disability as a bad label. It hurts, and they are not retarded.
Okay.
They're all adults. Thank you.
Everyone has a disability. You're wearing glasses. Your disability is that.
You bet.
And so what's the difference? That's a label.
This all-inclusive summit, moderated by former CNN anchor Frank Sesno, was the brainchild of some 11 organizations that joined hands to form the Alliance for Full Participation.
Not here to talk bureaucracy here today, folks. We're here to talk reality.
Medicaid will no longer exist in Missouri in 2008.
If they want to buy services from my agency, I better have good services and you buy them.
We can't get every perspective in here, but we can get started. We can get a lot going.
Never before have so many from all corners of the disability community come together with such a single-minded focus.
What we want to focus on most is how we improve the quality of lives.
To discuss how to create a world that fosters full participation for all Americans.
I like the people call us by our name, just like you like people to call you by your name.
You're right.
I'm tired of people going up to some of the people that I work with and automatically assuming that they're retarded, they can't speak. It could be you tomorrow. Would you please show them the same respect you would expect from yourself?
It was a lively and honest talk about challenges.
All business and all of society sees the majority of people we know with disabilities working in the kitchen and pulling trash. So when we think about where you belong or where you should be hired, that's all we know. And it is up to you to teach us differently.
How do you teach someone how to be employable if every year there's a change in staff?
Safety is very important. Like, you don't know what staff they change staff all the time. You don't know what staff you could trust and everything else.
If we get those people who don't work in our field more aware, we could be all that much better as a society as a whole.
And opportunities.
Pete, so you want to be a weatherman? Mm-hmm. How are you going to do that?
Go to college and probably study for classes.
Wait, Pete's going to George Mason, just to let you know.
I teach at George Mason. I expect to see you in class.
I want to get into, again, assisting people with disabilities with achieving their vocational goals and learning more life skills.
My daughter, Kathy, who is actually getting out and doing the work. Her state representative wrote, he asked her to form an advisory committee for him of the best people she knew of to help him with legislation on people with disabilities.
So what you're saying is that as she got involved with the political process and some of these politicians, it actually worked. They listened to her.
Very much so.
Summit participants were given the chance to vote on key issues facing individuals with disabilities. The opportunity to have their voices heard was right at their fingertips.
What's the best way to support the self-advocacy movement? Next question. Is it time to replace the term mental retardation in federal and state laws?
Information gathered at the summit will be the seeds for sponsoring organizations to forge an action agenda for the future.
This is the beginning of a conversation. This is the beginning of the things that can and need to be done.
The summit sparked the conversation. Now it is up to the rest of us to take up the call for action. and to make the goal of full participation a reality.
Thanks to all of you. Good luck, press hard, and have a great day.